Welcome back to the International Quidditch Association's Quidditch World Cup 2018. My name is Richard Tokovic.
And I'm Willow Rosenberg.
And this is, well, after the massive game that was USA-Australia, we're having a close game, probably. Iceland versus Switzerland. Not as high stakes, but, you know, it's all Quidditch.
I mean, it's high stakes for them.
Yeah. That was a very good opening goal by Swiss. I think it was
number 10.
No, just chaser number 10, Jana Hermann from Turicum Thunderbirds. Oh, has experience playing with OSI Vikings of Norway. That's the pedigree.
With some Darth Maul face paint, it looks like.
It looks like, yeah. Maybe it's traditional Swiss face paint of just a region that we don't know. Oh, good throw by the
Darth
hoops.
Maul was Swiss.
Darth Maul was Swiss?
Yeah.
Little
known fact. The Sith actually founded Switzerland.
I've never seen a single Star Wars movie. You can tell me literally anything and I'll believe it. All right. Interesting goal line defense by Iceland, but it worked. And Iceland now back with the quaffle. The Icelandic team, I think both national teams with their first ever, too bad. Both teams with their first ever World Cup.
First international tournament for
well,
both of these teams.
Theoretically, no. I think the Icelandic were part of the Odense tournament, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like...
I keep forgetting that Odense was national teams.
Yes, I mean, it's not really... Wasn't really an official IQA tournament or something, but it was still... Yeah. Oh, good deny. Good save by number 5, the keeper of Iceland. Bjarni Johan Lustafsson. Oh, that was a goal now.
A lot of these Swiss players played at EQC this year.
With the Turicum Thunderbirds, also the first Swiss team ever in an international tournament, so that was cool. Even technically that's a lie, because there were like an international friendly tournament between Strasbourg, Black Forest Bow Truckles, and one of the Swiss teams. I can't remember which.
Where is Black Forest?
Freiburg, in the southwest of Germany.
Oh, okay.
30-0, the new score for Switzerland, who are getting the lead comfortably here. Iceland here with a small squad of, I think, 10 active players right now. I've talked to them early, and they said they had a few like injuries and people who were too exhausted. So, yeah.
That happens with a small team. It's Iceland's very isolated.
Yes, absolutely.
Pun unintended.
And the next Swiss goal, 40-0, the new score. The Swiss fans, they have a couple of people who have come here to Firenze. It's not the longest drive in the world. It's still quite a drive, so good on them. Celebrating with their cowbells, their traditional Swiss sounds.
My knowledge of Central European geography is as good as your knowledge of Star Wars. As in non-existent.
So that means you've never seen a Central European country?
I've been to them. I just don't know which ones are next to other ones.
Yeah, technically, another Swiss goal, 50-0. That's, yeah. The Swiss are just stunting on Iceland here a little bit. Let's see if the Icelandic people can find a way against that. Now, technically, Switzerland is next to Austria, but a very interesting fact is the part of Switzerland, the part of Austria that borders Switzerland, is so far away from where most of the Austrian people live. I know nothing about Switzerland, and most of the Austrian teams are so far away from Switzerland. Yeah, like all of the Czech, Slovak teams, they're all so far closer to us than even the closest Swiss team to Austria. So, yeah, this...
Switzerland is north of Austria?
To the west. To the west.
See, this is... I know nothing.
That's fine. There's literally no reason to know all of this.
Wait, I thought the west of Austria was Germany.
Well, this is where it gets complicated. Germany is in the northwest of Austria, while Switzerland is in the utmost west of Austria.
I see.
South of Austria, you have Italy on the west, Slovenia on the east, and then to the actual east you have Hungary, and then you have Slovakia and the Czech Republic to the straight northeast.
Right.
I grew up in a small town 10 kilometers away from the Austrian border. Also, there is a Quidditch game going on. Switzerland is leading at 50-0.
Nothing's happening right now.
That's true. That's true. We are currently having an injury break, so yeah.
Italy, Switzerland, Germany, France. Okay. And then Belgium, right. This is quality radio for all of you people here.
My co-commentator just got a hand-drawn map, which included France, which has nothing to do with Austria whatsoever, but I guess it's the thought that counts.
And you know what? The important thing is that everyone on the stream could see the map very clearly
Yes.
and knows exactly what we were watching.
Let's get into a little bit of the Swiss Quidditch landscape. Switzerland has two like fully functioning teams that are already playing in the Swiss league that are Turicum Thunderbirds from Zurich and what was the other one? I think it was Basel Basilisk. And they have three smaller teams that form together to form like a central Swiss Merc team that also plays in the league. Hippogreife Hagendorf from the small town of Hagendorf. There's also Pilatus Patronos from Lucerne. And what was the last one? Berner Boggarts from Bern, the capital of Switzerland.
Iceland, on the other hand, has about 50 people total,
Yes.
all of whom live in Reykjavik.
Yes. And all of those play for either the football national team or for the Quidditch national team.
Yes.
Or the handball national team, but I don't know anything about handball.
I don't think we have any overlap with those national teams, unfortunately.
Yes.
Not yet, at least.
That was a pretty good pass up to the hoops. There's nothing but people in front of her, no beaters. The number 6 of Switzerland, that is Sigurdsdottir. And it was through!
But beat before, possibly.
Possibly beat before? Oh, too bad. Give Sigurd what? Fuck. Sorry, terribly sorry, I mispronounced it. Even though I was so happy I got it on first try. Sigurdsdottir, give her the goal. We want the goal.
Iceland beater Lisa
Yeah.
didn't notice the brooms down and just kept walking back to hoops.
Another goal for Switzerland. Switzerland 60, Iceland 10. Oh, good caught beat by...
Yeah, it's Iceland 0, yeah.
Oh, Iceland 0. Terribly sorry. Iceland 0, yeah. Iceland 0.
Yeah, Iceland did not score. They were beat before.
As you can all see, we're all a bit hungover from that Australia-USA game. Rest assured, we will try to give you the best Quidditch commentary possible, even for countries like Switzerland and Iceland, because every country, every NGB, is a valued member of our Quidditch community. And we are, I think we can safely say that everyone's super excited for a country as small as Iceland, as isolated as far away as Iceland, to have Quidditch played and to have that team come to a World Cup in a country that is as hot as Iceland probably has never gotten in its entire history. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's always great to see new countries start up Quidditch and come out to these big tournaments. It's great having Iceland and all the teams from South America and Asia out here. It's incredible seeing the sport grow.
Yeah, especially like from countries with like economies and countries with like wage levels that are so far beyond of the classical Western European and North American countries, and it's like especially, I mean, inspiring sounds sort of patronizing, but it's awesome to see like less well-off countries compete with the big countries. No goal here by the Swiss chaser. And there it went through. Switzerland 70, Iceland 0.
I really hope Iceland scores.
Yeah. But good job by Switzerland playing, well, solid offense, solid beater game for a country that it's...
Who? I'm sure they do. Yeah,
good
fine.
goal line offense by Iceland. Oh, and there's the beat, and that's it. And Switzerland has the quaffle again. Good drive from the left side. Oh, good blocked. Good block by the number 5, by Lutherson. Oh, and the ball is back in Switzerland's hand. Beater battle here in the Icelandic keeper zone, and that was a gorgeous goal by Timothy Bamford, player for Pilatus Patronos of Luzern. He is the youngest team member of the Swiss team at just 17 years of age.
Iceland is very clearly exhausted.
Yes, it is
They are
hot here.
they are dead on their feet, and it's too bad to see that. It's too hot here. Realistically, to be playing 4 matches in a day in this heat, especially with not very many subs,
It's definitely an uphill battle for Iceland, and it's sad. But, I mean, they are still in this. They are not giving up. They are playing as hard as they can. That goal by now, the 90-0 for Switzerland, that was Michael Punchu of Pilatus Patronos Luzern, also a player with ties to Norway. Started playing with the OSI Vikings. Both teams with ties to Norway. The Icelandic, obviously Norway is the nearest country to them, the closest, so yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, all I know about Iceland is it used to be owned by Denmark.
Yeah. And I think it was at the same time as Denmark owned Norway, so that
Fair enough.
actually Icelandic is like the old Norwegian language. The modern Norwegian language is a sort of, I mean, the Norwegians will probably punch me in the face for saying this, but it is closely related to Danish, and Icelandic is closer. Oh, a big, almost a pitch here, but yeah.
'Cause I'm pretty sure Norway used to be part of Sweden at one point too.
I think the entirety of the Nordic countries went from Sweden to Denmark's hands in a long
Yeah.
time. At least that's what Scandinavia and the world, the webcomic, has taught me.
Yeah, Sweden definitely owned everything at one point.
Darth Maul scoring again, the
and
number
Finland's
10.
still salty about it.
That is very true. Berkele. Jana Hermann again, Turkom Thunderbirds with the 100-0 for Switzerland. Come on, guys. Let Iceland score. Or don't let them, but Iceland score. Or
Iceland
Switzerland
just
score. That's also an
doesn't have
opportunity.
the energy right now. They've
Understandably so. It is
this
hot.
is what, their third game of the day, I'm guessing?
This should be their third game, yeah.
Yeah. So
They have played New Zealand before this game, I think.
And another a big team they
Yeah,
played.
they've played their one seed. They've already played.
Yeah, but I
I
can't
think
remember
Switzerland
who it
is
was.
basically like their third seeded team that they play in their group. And yeah.
I think Switzerland and Iceland are seated the same
Oh, that's true, yeah. So they're the fourth
because
seed,
you play the teams in the group beside you.
That's true, yeah. Another score here. Switzerland 120, Iceland 0. This is getting into the territory where I, as a fan, would probably not even cheer anymore. It's just like, yeah, I think we've achieved what we will achieve.
It's a bit unsportsmanly to keep cheering.
It's fine.
Like
I just
this.
wouldn't do it. Yeah, that was a pass after beat, but I mean, it was a borderline case. I wouldn't have called that.
Yeah, but it's Nicholas.
It's fine. No, it's absolutely. It is perfectly legal. It's perfectly fine. Number 17 for the Swiss team has now gotten on pitch. Mel Müller, my chef, my boss at the Quidditch Post.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. And another Switzerland score, 130-0. The new score here between Switzerland and Iceland. Yeah. The fans are
And
still chanting Hopschwitz, the classic Swiss line of encouragement towards either of their sport teams. It basically means jump Switzerland, if you translate it directly, but it just means, well, Switzerland, let's go.
I think Iceland just called their timeout.
Decidedly fair. Yeah. I'm guessing if we can speculate on what they're probably saying, it'll probably be something along the lines, yo, we're exhausted. Let's see if we can score. If we can't, it's fine. We played our best. And the Swiss will probably be, well, that works. Shall we keep on doing this? Yeah, we could. Okay.
Yeah, Switzerland definitely going to be happy with this result.
Or if we follow the national stereotypes, they will be talking about cheese, chocolate, and money. Or all three. That was the absolute right reaction for that bad joke. Yeah, both teams in their timeouts. Currently, the score still is Switzerland 130, Iceland 0. We are seeing the Swiss team on the screen right now. A lot of water is being sprayed. Again, it is very hot here in Firenze. So, yeah.
And the sun has been out and strong and beating down on us all day.
Yeah.
A lot of the pitches are also surrounded by metal fences that just make it hotter. And some of the AstroTurf pitches have black pellets.
Yes,
to
and
keep
there's
them
one or
which
two
just absorbs more heat.
Absolutely, and there's one or two pitches where there's like an absence of shade. It feels like in the surroundings of like the surrounding 500 meters. So, yeah, it's hot here. Suffice it to say. All right, Iceland. What are we gonna do here? And Switzerland has already got the ball, the quaffle again. I think, no, that was a defensive beat. Oh, that was a goal. 140-0, the new score for Switzerland. The timeout. Certainly not of much help to Iceland.
No, well, it gave them a break.
No, fair, absolutely.
1 minute break can be a huge thing when you have this few players.
Absolutely, absolutely. A good shovel pass right before a beat. No. That was a clothesline if I've ever seen one.
That was very naughty.
Yes. Against the Team Iceland keeper. Oof. There's no need to do that, like, against a team with a very small squad. Oof. Well, Team Iceland's keeper barely off the pitch, gets on again. Lutherson again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that's a yellow card for illegal contact. Advantage for Iceland. This could be the goal that they do.
2-4-1.
2-4-1.
Illegal contact around the neck.
Patrick Bütikofer, I also know that guy. He plays for Hippogreifer Hagendorf, the aforementioned small town team, sort of the Green Bay Packers of Switzerland, of Swiss Quidditch.
It's a very specific reference.
And the ball goes back to Switzerland. Drive through. Yeah, that one goes through. 150-0 for Switzerland.
The only thing I know about the Green Bay Packers is they were in Pitch Perfect 2.
I don't think I've seen that movie as well.
Do you watch any good movies,
I don't
Richard?
think I've watched like 10 movies in my life. I love sports though. Well, that was certainly a conversation.
I guess that's something to watch.
Oh, Iceland
Hey,
scores!
Iceland
A long shot
scores!
goal by Bjarni Johan Lutherson. That was great. 150-10.
Yeah, number 5.
There we go, Iceland.
Beautiful long shot from outside the keeper zone. Which helps because then they don't have to run as far.
Also, Iceland had bludger control, but they think they've lost it by now again.
Oh, see, in that situation, number 15, you have to kick the loose bludger and hit them with it.
160-10, Patrick Bütikofer again from Hippogreifer Hagendorf. On the other pitch, I think I see
looks like Ireland
winning against the Netherlands. Oof. This one is also like a tight rivalry game, just harking back to at least Odense, and I think the European games before that. Oh! Gorgeous pass, but
oh
it's
yeah,
already a
I
keeper.
remember last European games in Oslo. The Netherlands-Ireland game was vicious. There were people from both sides were just so angry after that game. It did not go well.
Okay, Ireland winning this one could be interesting because my team, Austria, is playing the next. Oh, a beautiful long shot goal by the number 18 of Switzerland. That was Severin Wüss from Basel Basilisks, from the beautiful town of Basel.
I always feel bad for the Netherlands. They've been around in Quidditch for so long, and they've just never really gotten competitive.
Yeah, that's true. I
mean, they have a lot of fun, and they enjoy the sport so much, and they're amazing and lovely people.
Yeah, absolutely,
they just
absolutely.
aren't a competitive national team, which is fine.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't think they are particularly...
No goal, but the second one is in. Yeah.
I don't think they're particularly fazed by it. Like, I don't think it keeps them up at night.
Yeah, 49 was that Samson Rensch of Basel Basilisk only started playing this January, according to our notes. Well, there he's got his first goal. Yeah, I feel like the Netherlands are still like very much an important part of the international Quidditch community, like one of the countries that always brings a lot of volunteers
absolutely, yeah.
to tournaments, which
Most
is very
European
much important.
tournaments don't run without the Netherlands.
I wouldn't go that far compared to like the Germans or like, but yeah, the Netherlands are also always bringing out tons of volunteers, tons of people, making the tournament run in the background, so yeah. No goal here, but Darth Maul's back at it again. Also no goal. But no, the third try also didn't go in.
It's
And there it goes.
It's interesting that number 10 has Darth Maul face paint for Team Switzerland because number 25 has the
Yeah. Has the name Darth
has
Thomas.
the jersey name Darth Thomas. I guess Darth Thomas is Darth Maul's Sith Lord in this one.
I'm
And
guessing.
Number 10 is the apprentice.
That
Sith
goal by
at the
now, though,
moment.
190-10 was the number 24. That was Stephanie Wiss from Lucerne, from Pilatus Patronus. Shovel pass to the right. Another long shot try, but it goes over the hoops. Yeah,
There was
I mean,
a chaser behind, but couldn't get into position.
I think it was closer to the goal than it was to that chaser.
Also that.
It could have been like, I mean, I've seen those shots that are like, if this one goes to my chaser, good. If it goes through the goal, yo, I'm also fine with this.
The snitch is getting ready, doing a bit of warming up. If our time is correct, then he'll be on in about 2 minutes.
Yes. The quaffle is somewhere. No one knows where it is. The Icelandic gets to it first.
I appreciate that. The Icelandic keeper just walking through that
Yes.
tackle.
Lutherson just being like, I mean, if you don't want to get off me, it's fine. I don't mind. Too bad.
Oh.
Face speed for the number 19. Too bad. That was Palma Dottir. Yeah.
Face beat Sting.
Yeah. But it was a good pass, and the catch was good, but the beat was sadly, for Iceland, also good. 190-10, still the score. Not long till we have our snitch runner on pitch. Is that Timo Ramsauer? I think it is.
Who, the snitch?
The snitch runner, yeah.
I don't recognize him.
We'll see as soon as he comes our way. 190-10, still the score. Switzerland hasn't scored in a while now. Iceland, maybe able to see an opening.
Yeah, I wonder if Iceland has tightened up their defense or if Switzerland has just slowed down a bit to save some energy.
Some very good goal line defense by the Swiss. A great block by the number 24, Stephanie Wiss again. And falling on the quaffle and a good beat later. And situations all cleared up.
Poor
Yeah.
Hugrun for Iceland, number 19.
Yeah.
Gets the ball in front of the hoops twice now. Gets beat before they can do anything about it.
Yeah. Hugrun Palma Dottir again. Yeah. But that's always when you're starting out. You come here to these tournaments to learn. You come here for these tournaments to gain tournament experience. Yeah.
Tried to shoot it through a hoop that wasn't up at the moment.
I mean, had it been up, it would have been a goal.
Yeah, it was right on target. That just the target wasn't there.
That can happen in Quidditch. It shouldn't, but it will. 200-10, Switzerland.
I mean, it
versus
happens
Iceland.
in lots of sports that the goal can get knocked off. I mean, not a lot of sports that are popular over here, but
I was gonna ask which sports.
ice hockey.
Oh, that's true. Well, ice hockey's the number one sport in Switzerland, for example. And
Well, yeah, so the Swiss are used to it.
yeah, that's true. I always gotta ask, are you can it be dislodged in water polo? I wouldn't think so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I've dislodged a goal in water polo before.
no, I've
I
watched
mean, it was
water
inner
polo, but
tube
normally-
water polo.
Oh,
But
that might be different. Yeah.
it's the same net.
Okay. Oh, there are those water polo nets that are not like on the end of the pool, but like somewhere in the middle of the pool. Of course. Oh, yeah, I can definitely see those getting dislodged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I went one game without talking about water polo. Timo Ramsauer is our snitch runner, tournament director for the last German championship in Frankfurt-Bornheim. Good man, good guy. I don't know how good he is as a snitch. Nah, I think I've seen him snitch run before, and he was doing a pretty good job.
Alright.
Yeah. Icelandic keeper got a yellow card now for kicking a quaffle that another person was trying to interact with the hand. So, yeah, that's a yellow card and a quaffle turnover. So,
I
yeah.
don't recognize the snitch ref either.
I think they're also German. I think from Portuguese Bremen. I'm not entirely sure right now. Yep, and another goal for the Swiss, 210-10. And that also means Iceland is in full strength once again,
Gets their keeper back, but their
Yeah.
keeper's a chaser now.
as it is.
Which, getting a card as a keeper is awful. It really.
Oh, nice pass behind the hoops. Oh, another goal.
beautiful.
210-20. Oh, was it beat before? I did.
No,
I
no,
thought
that
the
was a
beat
goal.
missed.
That
The
was a
beat
goal.
missed.
Yeah. That was
Switzerland
definitely a
200.
goal. Number 19 finally getting that goal.
Yeah.
And then there's a
Ref
card in the
discussion.
beater game that I was focused on while you were watching the. Yeah, there was some contact from behind in the beater game over in the middle of the
If it
pitch
was
while that
against
play was
Iceland,
happening.
It's an interesting question whether that might negate the goal.
No, it was a Swiss card.
Oh, well, then disregard.
Yeah.
Number 5 from Switzerland, Mark Bast from Tucum Thunderbirds Zurich. Doesn't agree with the card, but whether they agree or not, it's a card. The ref said it.
Yeah.
That also means the goal contact from behind was the reason for the card. That also means Switzerland, but the card was the penalty was before
Finish
the
a
goal.
sentence before starting the next one.
Yeah, the penalty was before the goal, so there's no time served. 210-20. The new score: Switzerland 210, Iceland 20.
And the Seekers have been released.
Yeah.
Snitch almost making a huge mistake there and losing this to Switzerland almost immediately, but
Meanwhile,
the Swiss Seeker lost his broom.
Meanwhile, another Swiss goal happened. 220-220. We have another brooms down. Some of the Icelandic players are using it to literally lay down. Understandably so. Oh, a blue card.
For?
I'm guessing gender rule. Was that for gender rule?
I don't think so.
I didn't hear it. It doesn't look like a classic gender rule card because we don't see like 15 different people skipping around to see that the gender rule isn't broken anymore.
Yeah, no, I think it was I don't know, a card went to someone in the sub box or something. But I don't know what.
Pass to the right side, good beat, and the ball goes back to Iceland. Yeah. We're basically, since Iceland can't really get the beater game under control, it's basically all waiting for Switzerland to catch, unless the Icelandic can surprise us. Which I think we'd both like.
Yeah, I would love to see an Iceland catch. Cold catch, might as well.
Yeah, I mean, what is there to lose?
It's good practice going for the catch.
Yeah.
In the meantime, not much is happening.
It's true. It's a pretty static game right now. Both beater game, both chaser game are.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another drive by the Swiss, and he pulls it through. Number 7, Timothy Bamford again off Lucerne.
This this snitch is just so much taller than
the
Seeker.
And a surprise catch. The snitch was distracted, and there goes the catch. Number 2. Vincent Vorburger. That sounds like a fallback, and that almost sounds like an Austrian name. He's from Berner Bogarts, from the capital city team. If that catch was good, we will have a final score. It is good. Final score, 260 Switzerland, 20 Iceland. But good on Iceland for coming here with a small squad all the way and still scoring still scoring 2 goals here.
Yeah.
Good showing.
Gonna see if we have a replay of that snitch catch. Do we have a replay?
No, we don't have a replay of the catch. It was pretty clear. It was pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Distracted snitch.
Snitch got distracted saying something. I think giving a ref call to the Icelandic Seeker, telling him to go back to hoops. And then Switzerland just snuck in there.
Yeah, that was pretty clear game. Switzerland making no prisoners here. It's 250, 220.
Making no prisoners?
Making no prisoners.
I think it's taking no prisoners.
That might have been a Germanism. That's true, yeah. German, I don't. You probably.
So, yeah, I guess Germans do make prisoners as opposed to taking them.
This is going to get into a philosophical debate that I don't think we want.
Sorry.
I know my English is not the
Anyway.
classic German English. I don't talk like a classic German English. I can't. Even if I do it, it sounds like I'm being racist towards Germans. So I prefer like my actual American English. Both teams hugging each out. Both teams congratulating each other on a good game, and it was a good game by both teams.
Yeah.
Iceland were their best.
And
But yeah.
we will be switching back to our analyst desk soon. This has been the Switzerland versus Iceland game. I'm Willow Rosenberg.
And I'm Richard Turkovic, and we'll, give over to the analysts.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Switzerland, Iceland.
Yeah, bit of a change of pace from the last three games. Obviously, we had Germany, Norway, France, Belgium, big game, USA, Australia, and now kind of the two little leagues going at each other. I think it's really good that both teams have come along. The regions that don't really have a huge Quidditch following, they're still here.
Yeah.
Iceland initially they brought 12 players.
Yeah, if you looked at their bench, there was almost no one on it.
Five of them are injured. So two of them got injured in that match. So they were down to 7. They had one sub at the end of that, which was, props to them. Props to them.
Shows a lot of
They
heart.
kept going. There were hints of. I'm not going to say greatness, but it wasn't awful. It wasn't awful. There were a few of the Iceland beaters that were making really good decisions. The Iceland keeper looking for those open players, making the long passes, which was really good to see that it's not that there is some Quidditch knowledge there.
Yeah, and on an international scale like this, relatively young teams still compared to some of the other teams in this tournament. But that's how this sport grows. That's how it grows on a national level for a country like Iceland or for Switzerland. And just as a sport as a whole, we need it to grow that way. So you have to get everyone coming in, and then for a smaller team like this, this is where you learn more.
Oh,
And then
definitely.
it's fun to see where these teams will be 2 years from now. What did they pick up from coming here? Because prior to coming here, you've only ever played against yourselves. And then you get to come here, you get to in person, not just on a live stream, as great as the live streams are, watch matches in person, play against top tier opponents, different opponents that you wouldn't actually normally see. So you get to adapt and learn new play styles. So that's a fantastic opportunity for them.
Yeah, definitely. But I think you've really got to hand it to Switzerland. They've come here, brand new team at the World Cup. They really showed up there. They really showed up there. They were putting on the high pressure. They were forcing the turnovers. They were driving it through. Sometimes there were a few iffy passes. It was by no means perfect. There's a lot of room to grow, but it was a really good baseline. They've got a handful of fans here that are loving the winning, and who doesn't love some winning?
Probably the smallest cheering crew, but definitely the one my favorite.
Definitely my favourite cheering crew so far. Absolutely fantastic to see them. I would say come all the way from Switzerland. It's not the world away, but it's great to see them come along, support their team, and watch some good Quidditch.
Any team that has a cowbell is a winner in my
Any
book.
team that has a cowbell, and it was a loud cowbell.
It was
as
quite
well.
a cowbell.
You could hear it a lot. Major props to them, and I think it must be said, Iceland, they're just exhausted.
Yeah.
When you're watching them play, yes, it was slow. It's not because that's how they want to play. It's because they have to play like that.
Mm-hmm.
When there's only 6 of them, and you're playing in this 35-degree heat in Italy, where it's. I'm not entirely sure of the Icelandic climate. However, I can guarantee it's nothing like this.
I'm assuming it's a touch cold.
I'm assuming it's a bit colder, so they're not used to it. They're playing in the boiling heat. So props to them for keeping going.
Yeah, I've been in their shoes before in a small team with 6 players, 7 players, no subs, and just the drive to keep going. Sometimes you just want to just throw it in.
Yeah.
But you came all the way here. You're gonna show up. Props to them for that.
Yeah, and a major props to them. Major props to them.